Let me say something that nobody in the self-help industry wants to admit. You are not the problem. I know. Every productivity guru, every motivational speaker, every rise and grind account on Instagram has spent years telling you the same story. That if you're not succeeding, it's because you're not disciplined enough, not focused enough, not hungry enough. And maybe you've believed it. Maybe you've told yourself, I'm just lazy. I just don't have what it takes. I'm here to tell you that's wrong, and I can prove it. The real reason you're struggling to build wealth, to stay consistent, to make better decisions, it's not your character. It's your environment. And here's the uncomfortable truth. That environment was engineered by billion-dollar companies, by social systems, and by habits you never consciously chose to work against your financial future. Today we're going to expose exactly how that works. And more importantly, we're going to rebuild your environment so it works for you. Let's go. When most people hear environment, they think about nature, trees, fresh air. That's not what I mean. Your environment is everything around you that influences your decisions without you realizing it. The apps on your phone, the layout of the supermarket, the notifications on your screen, the friends you eat lunch with, the way your bank account is structured, the ads that follow you across the internet. Every single one of those things is nudging your behavior, constantly, quietly, and often in a direction that costs you money. Here's a concept from behavioral economics called choice architecture. The idea that the way choices are presented to us shapes what we choose, often more than our actual preferences do. The people who design the systems around you understand this deeply, and they use it. Your job today is to understand it too. Let me tell you about David. David is 29, smart guy, has a decent job, makes around 28,000 Hong Kong dollars a month. Every January, he swears he's going to get his finances together. By March, nothing has changed. He beats himself up, tells himself he's undisciplined. But here's what David's environment actually looks like. He wakes up and the first thing he does, before he's even fully conscious, is check his phone. Instagram, WhatsApp, some shopping app sends him a notification, flash sale, 24 hours only. His brain, still half asleep, registers scarcity, urgency, reward. He commutes past 3 luxury store fronts, has lunch with colleagues who talk about the new restaurant that opened in Central, gets home, opens Netflix, which has been scientifically designed to autoplay the next episode before you can decide to stop. Orders food delivery because the app is right there on his home screen, one tap away. By the end of the month, David has spent 6,000 Hong Kong dollars he didn't plan to spend. And he thinks it's because he has no willpower. It's not willpower. It's architecture. Here's what the data tells us. The average person makes around 35,000 decisions per day. And research consistently shows that the more decisions we make, the worse we get at making them. A phenomenon called decision fatigue. By evening, your brain is running on fumes. And that's exactly when the most aggressive spending triggers kick in. Late night shopping, food delivery, impulse purchases. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed, just not for you. Now let me show you the money math behind why this matters so much. David's unplanned 6,000 Hong Kong dollars a month in spending. That's 72,000 Hong Kong dollars a year. Apply the 25 times rule. That means David needs an extra 1,800,000 Hong Kong dollars in his freedom fund just to sustain that spending in retirement. 1.8 million Hong Kong dollars from unconscious, environment-driven spending. That's not a lifestyle choice. That's a design trap. There are 3 specific environments I want to break down because each one attacks your wealth building in a different way. Environment number 1, your digital environment. Your phone is the most expensive object you own, not because of what it costs to buy, but because of what it costs you every month in triggered spending. Every app that's free to use is monetized through your attention and your behavior. Social media shows you a curated feed of people living aspirational lives, not to inspire you, but to manufacture dissatisfaction with your own. Dissatisfied people spend money trying to close the gap between their life and the life they see on screen. Buy now, pay later apps have reduced the psychological friction of spending to almost zero. No cash leaving your hand, no card to swipe, just a tap and a dopamine hit, with the pain deferred to future you. Push notifications are engineered using the same variable reward mechanics as slot machines. Environment number 2, your social environment. This one is harder to talk about, but it has to be said. The people around you are one of the most powerful environmental forces shaping your financial behavior. Not because they're bad people, but because of a deeply human mechanism called social norming. We unconsciously calibrate our behavior to match the people we spend the most time with. If everyone in your social circle eats out 4 times a week, drinks at expensive bars, upgrades their phone every year, that becomes your baseline for normal. And spending below that baseline feels like deprivation, even if it's perfectly rational. Environment number 3, your financial environment. Most people's money is set up to be spent, not saved. Your salary lands in one account. Your expenses, your subscriptions, your spending, all pull from the same pool. There's no structure, no separation, no automatic direction. It's just a number that goes up on payday and slowly bleeds down to zero by the end of the month. Here's where this video becomes actionable, because understanding the trap is only half the work. The other half is engineering your way out of it. Fix number 1, redesign your digital environment. Delete, or move to a separate folder buried on page 3 of your phone. Every shopping app, every food delivery app, every buy now, pay later app. Don't rely on willpower to not open them. Make opening them require actual effort. Turn off every non-essential push notification. The only things that should interrupt your day on demand are messages from real humans who matter to you. Sales alerts and app prompts are not that. Unfollow or mute any account that consistently makes you feel like you need to buy something to keep up. Replace them with accounts that normalize wealth building, investing, financial independence, business building. Here's a simple test. After scrolling for 10 minutes, do you feel richer or poorer in mindset? If the answer is poorer, that feed is costing you money. Fix number 2, engineer your social environment. You don't have to fire your friends, but you do need to add new influences. Find a community, even online, of people who are building wealth intentionally. Personal finance forums, investment groups. A single friend who talks about index funds and savings rates changes your reference point for what's normal. And start talking about money differently in your existing relationships. Suggest a cheaper restaurant sometimes. Normalize, "I'm saving for something right now," as a complete sentence that needs no further explanation. You'll often find others are relieved someone finally said it. Fix number 3, rebuild your financial environment. This is the highest leverage change you can make. I call it the 3-account system. And it takes about 30 minutes to set up and runs on autopilot forever. Account 1, the receiving account. Your salary lands here. This account's only job is to receive money and distribute it. You don't spend from this account. Account 2, the freedom account. On the same day your salary lands, automatically before you touch anything, a fixed amount transfers here. This is your investment and wealth building money. Treat it like a bill you cannot skip. Aim for at least 20% of take-home pay. Even 10% is a start. The point is it moves automatically, so it's never a decision. Account 3, the living account. Everything left over is your actual monthly budget. Rent, food, transport, Fun. All of it comes from here. Once it's gone, it's gone. No dipping into account 2. This structure does something psychologically powerful. It removes wealth building from the realm of willpower and makes it a system. You don't have to choose to invest every month. It just happens. Before your environment can intercept it. The math here is not complicated. If you earn 28,000 Hong Kong dollars a month and automate 5,600 Hong Kong dollars to your Freedom account, that's 20%. Invested consistently at 6% annual return over 25 years, you're looking at approximately 3.9 million Hong Kong dollars from one automated transfer. David, our guy from earlier, doesn't need more discipline. He needs a system. Fix number 4, control your physical environment. This one is small but powerful. Your physical space sends constant signals to your brain about what's normal and expected. If your desk has a notebook open to your financial goals, you'll think about your financial goals. If your phone wallpaper is your Freedom number, the 25 times figure you're building toward, you'll make decisions differently. Remove visual triggers for spending. If you have shopping apps on your home screen, you'll use them. If the food delivery app is buried, you'll cook more. Small friction changes behavior. Put your investment account balance somewhere you'll see it regularly. Watch it grow. That number becoming visible changes your relationship with money. Spending starts to feel like a subtraction from something that matters. Let's land the plane. 1. You are not lazy. You're operating inside an environment that was engineered to extract money from you. 2. Your digital environment manufactures dissatisfaction and reduces spending friction. Redesign it deliberately. Delete, mute, unfollow. 3. Your social environment sets your definition of normal. Expand it. Find people for whom building wealth is the standard. 4. Your financial environment is the most important one. Build the 3-account system. Automate your wealth building before your environment can get to it. 5. Willpower is a finite resource. Systems are not. Stop fighting your environment with discipline. Win by design. I want to leave you with this. Every wealthy person you admire, every person who retired early, who has real financial freedom, who doesn't wake up anxious about money, they didn't get there by being stronger than their environment. They got there by building a better one. That's the whole game. Build an environment where good financial decisions are the default, where investing happens automatically, where your phone isn't selling you something every 20 minutes. You have always had what it takes. The question was never about you. It was about the world that was built around you, and whether you were going to accept it or redesign it. Start today. Open that second bank account. Delete one app. Automate one transfer. That's it. One change. Environments aren't rebuilt in a day, but they are rebuilt. One decision at a time. If this hit differently than the usual finance content, hit like and subscribe. We do this every week. And drop a comment. What's one thing in your environment you know is costing you money? I'll be reading every single one. See you next week. Let's build.